CarolinaPrepper.com. If you're looking for quality food storage for hiking, fishing, hunting, basic survival needs, or just for everyday use, check out our food storage line at CarolinaPrepper.com. We also carry other fine quality products such as our can concealment holsters for men and women. Keeping your firearm under cover and within reach puts confidence in your hands in any situation. Our products are 100% American made. Check us out today at CarolinaPrepper.com. How are you? Good to see you. Good to see you. Big Al, how are you? First in, first in. Hey, Leah, good to see you. Marianne, good morning. Hello, hello. Chezzy, hello, how are you? How's everybody doing? Thank you so much for joining, and thank you also for retweeting this and sharing it with everybody. I'm hoping that YouTube is, got my fingers crossed on YouTube today. Hey, Daniel, good to see you. Julia, good morning. Hey, Danielle, good morning. How are you? As everybody is coming in, I'm going to go ahead and start reading Psalm 91, hoping everybody got their notifications this morning. Marlene, hello. He who dwells in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress. My God, in Him I will trust. Surely He shall deliver you from the snare of the fowler and from the perilous pestilence. He shall cover you with His feathers, and under His wings you shall take refuge. His truth shall be your shield and buckler. You shall not be afraid of the terror by night, nor of the arrow that flies by day, nor of the pestilence that walks in darkness, nor of the destruction that lays waste at noonday. 1,000 may fall at your side, and 10,000 at your right hand, but it shall not come near you. Only with your eyes shall you look and see the reward of the wicked. Because you have made the Lord, who is my refuge, even the Most High, your dwelling place, no evil shall befall you, nor shall any plague come near your dwelling. For He shall give His angels charge over you, to keep you in all your ways. In their hands they shall bear you up, lest you dash your foot against a stone. You shall tread upon the lion and the cobra, the young lion and the serpent you shall trample underfoot. Because He has set His love upon me, therefore I will deliver Him. I will set Him on high, because He has known my name. He shall call upon me, and I will answer him. I will be with him in trouble. I will deliver him and honor him. With long life I will satisfy him and show him my salvation. Amen, amen. How is everybody? Debbie, good to see you. Psalm 91. Woohoo! Yes, Veritas. One of the favorites, right? Hey, Ellen, good morning. How are you? Good to see everybody. Lisa, hello. All right, so we have some good breaking news. Ben Shapiro called Rosie out on Twitter, and she responded with vulgarity. Well, what do you expect? Out of the mouths of, not babes, but what's in your heart comes out your mouth. That's what I always say. So, hey, Rob, good morning. The Dow jumped 90 points at the news that the Senate had passed the tax bill. Hey, everybody. And hopefully the House can now get it together. And I know Huey can go back and get it together. Hey, Clint, good to see you. And we can get a vote on them today and get that done. I know, Danielle. 90 points, looking good. Yesterday, all that happened was the Democrats went on and on and on for hours. Thank you, Clint. Talking about how bad this tax bill is, starting to scare everybody who's on Medicare, Medicaid, children, insurance, anything. I saw Nancy for a few minutes. I couldn't take it. I just can't. So I had to turn that one off. Yes. But literally they went on, I don't know how late into the night. I watched some of it. Hey, Shauna. And I couldn't bear to watch anymore. I mean, it was just so bad. Hey, Lola Bells, how are you? And so they finally got it passed. Marie, I remember Marie, that was the name. How are you, Marie? Haven't seen you in a while. Hey, Dawn, good morning. They just could not let it go. They are such drama kings. They really are. I mean, they wanted to be on record to say, see here, I told you it was horrible. I tried to do whatever I could for my constituents. I came out for you, and, you know, I tried my best. And then, go back and not do anything like they normally do. Hey, Sandy. But it was Bernie Sanders who came out and said, "Oh, the House, you violated some of the Byrd rules, and you can't do this." So that's why the House is having to revote today. Basically, that information I know in regards to the child tax for, let's see, in homeschool kids, they let families use tax advantaged. Let's see. Tax advantaged 529 accounts for homeschooling expenses. That had to be taken out. Hey, Renee, good morning. The problem, and let's see what else. I think maybe for like private school or something like that, there were two things that had to be taken out. One I know for sure is the homeschool, and they had to take something else, some other thing out. So the homeschoolers probably aren't going to like that, but it wouldn't have passed otherwise. And like I said, Boyne had to hurry out and tell everybody, oh well, it violated the Byrd Act. I think that Byrd Act, or whatever it's called, Byrd something, Byrd procedure. Why are we still doing that anyway? I think we should just take that out of there. I don't see the point in it. I know it has to do with how much money you Bernie Sanders, the guy whose wife is being that same one, Marianne. I don't know what use it is. We never talked about that during the Obama administration when things were out of control. So maybe they should relook at that and find out if we really need that at this point. But the Senate passed it 51 to 48. It took 3 previous out. Debt was 2.2 trillion. Only allowed 1.5. There you go. That's right, Hidden Jim. Good morning, Lori. Hey, Johnny. Good to see you. Good to see everybody. I don't think YouTube's getting notifications, even though we're back up and running. So far, so good. It's been really bad for the last couple of weeks, and I've been working on it. Hey, Unapologetic. Hey, Emily, how are you? So, let's see, some more things. I'm just going to give you some variety today. In Palm Springs, isn't the Byrd Act from the KKK Byrd? The same one, Renee. He's so wonderful, as a former KKK leader, that we had to name something after him. Obama debt much higher. Dems blaming it on Bush, of course. Hey, Cully, good morning. Dems could never take responsibility for anything that they've done. And if you say they did it and there's clear evidence of it, they will just say, I didn't do it. I don't know what you're talking about. As we know, things on video don't matter to them anymore. HRC does love him. Yes, she does. In Palm Springs, California, there is a row of trees and I think a fence next to a golf course that separates a black neighborhood from the golf course. And the black neighborhood has said that it's a reminder to them when they see the trees of segregation and discrimination. So they want the trees gone, and Palm Springs is going to cut down all the trees and take out the fence. It's amazing what we seem to focus on these days that is of very little importance. And no, I'm not kidding. I wish I were, Renee. Hey, Lee, good morning. Often associate trees with segregation. I know, Huey, don't we all? I know, Rhonda. Thanks. Good equal thanks, Obama. Bad equal he's not in office anymore. What is it to protect them from my golf swing? A lot of times people do put up trees there because when the golf balls come and hit, into the windows next door, that's not a good thing. Yet people in Chicago are killing each other. But the trees are more important, Marianne. Got to get rid of those trees because it's just reminiscent of the 1960s. Johnny, McCain wasn't there. McCain's back in Arizona. He didn't vote. Those bigoted Royal Palms, I know. And again, I understand if something happened that upset you during, segregation in the 1960s and civil rights violations. I totally get that. But I don't know. I think there would be other things that you could really look at to determine what needs to be changed rather than to cut down trees. I'm surprised environmentalists haven't gone nuts over that. The trees are racist. That's right. Yeah, maybe they were white ash trees. I don't know. Does the lockable front door of their house trigger them too? You know, Emily, we never locked our doors, so I would assume maybe they do. Yep, you love trees, Marianne. You are a racist. You know, they didn't say what kind of trees, hidden gems. I'm guessing in California they're either palm trees or eucalyptus. So, but thank God they're taking them down. That's all I can say. It's going to make a big difference to everybody, even to the black community. The black community now is probably going to complain about the golf balls coming over into their houses. No three woods on golf course, Cully said. So, I mean, it's just ridiculous. Let's ban Arbor Day. There you go, Veritas. Thank you. Please get that started. We'll all retweet that. It's just crazy. It's a tree, okay? A tree. And maybe those trees were put there during, like I said, the civil rights era. I kind of doubt it, but okay, maybe they were. I mean, Palm Springs wasn't a big area for that type of thing. So, I'm guessing Palm Springs just planted the trees there so it wouldn't hurt having golf balls fly over into everybody's house. Hey, Debbie, good to see you. They're still communing and hugging the trees to see if the tree's good with making the sacrifice. I know. Hey, Amber, good morning. Yeah, nobody asked the trees what they thought. That's sad. I think the trees would have had a lot to say. And again, Palm Springs wasn't a big area during the civil rights era. And I have a white dog and palm trees. Oh my gosh. Please don't come back to the scope. We can't have you in here. If the trees are shading the house or blocking light, pretty clever. Yeah, good morning, everyone. Yeah, I'm guessing those trees were probably put there in order to protect people from the golf balls that are now going to start flying right over into the yards of those people who probably the ones that wanted those trees down. So they're going to be suing the golf course, no doubt, and the city for the golf balls that come into their windows. The insanity is insane, and it doesn't get any better. Golf is great. Have hit many homes golfing. Yep. You're a racist, Cully. I'm telling you. If you weren't a racist, you wouldn't even be playing golf, right? There'd be no need for trees if you weren't a racist. Oh, yes, more complaints. Yep. I'm sure there'll be more. Good morning, Debbie. I mean, just lunacy. I mean, in the times that we have, cha-ching, cha-ching. In the times that we have and the problems that we have in this society, I don't think the trees are the least of our concerns. Seriously. Just amazing. Okay, some more news from teachers. In South Carolina, a 27-year-old female math teacher admits to having sex with a 17-year-old. So there you go. There's more education for you going on. White golf balls racist. Cully, good point. Good point. We should change that immediately. So what is it, that's happening lately with teachers and students? It's getting to be epidemic. Anybody know? Madness on every level. I know, Lee. I think that's truly it. It's just pathetic. Yes. When you're sitting there to become a teacher and you're taking all the college courses that are required to do that and going through the tests that are required, are these people thinking, okay, if I can just get through college, I can have sex with a 17-year-old in my class? I mean, come on. Too many teachers here are being sexual, no morals and no brains. Was a female teacher, Hidden Gem, a 27-year-old female math teacher. Marianne is back. Marianne, did you get kicked out? So glad my grandkids are being homeschooled. I know, Debbie. Phew, good Lord. I know well, yesterday we had a woman, was it a female, I think? Pretty sure it was. Yeah, it was a female teacher, another one, who was having sex with a 15-year-old allegedly. Seeing more females are doing this. And I don't know, Harold, if it were just seeing more or more being reported, because, I mean, it used to happen. Hey, Rob, good to see you. Good morning. Renee's back. If you're a fluzzy, don't be a teacher. A floozy, don't be a teacher. I was going to say, what, fluzzy? Yeah, it's just bizarre. Hard to explain if you don't understand adults being sexually attracted to children. Yeah, don't understand that. My daughter got nasty pics on her phone of a school teacher. The whole school got them. Whoa. That's terrible, Amber. My God. What did the school have to say about that? That's unbelievable. Thanks for the flowers, Robert. So sad. Yeah. We have a repeat bot. Strong spirit of lust these days. Yeah, just horrible, Daniel. I mean, again, I don't know if it's... You're fired. That's what they should be saying. Oh, she was fired. Good. Whew. They should do some investigating to find out if any of the students, were taken advantage of or sexually assaulted by her. Marisco, what did the police have to say? Oh, 24-year-old teacher with an 18-year-old student. Woo. My gosh. Maybe there's a reason some people become teachers pedophiles. I don't know, Jesse. It's horrible. Every man had a dream for a beautiful teacher. Well, maybe boys did, but none of the teachers typically acted upon it. No excuse for that. Hey, Jules, good morning. That's what happens when people reject the Holy Bible. Absolutely, Daniel. Absolutely. So Alan Dershowitz had more to say about Mueller. He's saying that his whole investigation is sloppy, it's biased, conflict of interest, partisan. And he said it could be good news for President Trump because Mueller might lean over backwards now that everything is looking so biased. I say I don't buy that. I think Mueller is going to continue to do whatever he's doing. I think his reputation has been ruined. I don't know, again, if Mueller has something he's trying to hide or not, but the whole investigation and Mueller's reputation seems to me to have been ruined. My teachers were seriously scary, still have nightmares, Lee said. I can remember having a biology teacher, and I had a sweater on one day that was a little, not tight, but you know how sweaters are. And the teacher was like, oh, love that sweater. Totally inappropriate stuff he was doing. My daughter's in San Diego County. They don't like the school system. Oh. Well, Debbie, that's because San Diego school systems are very liberal and progressive for the most part. Maybe that's why. Maybe it's time to look into homeschooling. Very good possibility that might be time. So McCabe was there yesterday talking to the House Intel for about 8 hours. And I don't know. Trey Gowdy said he'd be surprised if McCabe was an employee of the FBI much longer. Let them keep looking in an empty cave. Who is they, Rob? People who aren't Christians looking for Christ in the empty cave? Is that what you're talking about? Any leaks from McCabe interview? Not so far, Lori. Not so far. I mean, but how much more do we need before we really start? Oh, Mueller and I see what you're saying. Yeah, they're going to keep looking, and nothing they're going to find. She's the one who's homeschooling. Oh, good, they're Christians. Great. Mueller has 2 plea deals and 2 indictments. I don't think that's sloppy. It's very tight. Well, 2 plea deals and 2 indictments. 2 indictments because you lied to the FBI. Is that worth $7 million? I don't think so. I could have gone and talked to Flynn and gotten that kind of information. Come on. It doesn't take a special counsel to go and get that information. And the other 2 probably just got scared and said, oh, my God, I don't know. And we're hearing, yes, there's all these indictments. I haven't seen anything. So let's see a little bit more, and I might be impressed. And then once these indictments occur, I'm going to go and look at Mueller and say, let's see what you did, because you didn't tell us. Good morning, Barbara. Oh, great. Have a good PT this morning. You didn't tell us when everybody was let go because of their bias, and you didn't talk about the text messages or anything else. Can we, the people, sue for the money back? No. Nope, not really. It's gone. $7 million and and counting because it's not over yet. So, and Rod Rosenstein, of course, isn't going to pull the plug on that. And so I guess Chuck Grassley has come out in regards to McCabe and said, right now he needs to be fired. And good morning, the Right Central. We need to have, we don't need for President Trump to do it. He should not be involved. We should have Christopher Wray do it. When are we going to get to the last Russian nesting doll? Never. Never. Because now, I don't know if you've heard, Lisa, they're going after Jill Stein. Because Jill Stein happened to be at that same dinner with the Russians that Flynn was at. There's a dim in my house right now. It's scary. Oh, my gosh. Lock your doors. Protect your children. Jesse, did you see Rosie O'Donnell offering $2 million? Yes. Yes, Lori. I was going to get to that. Rosie O'Donnell did offer $2 million. I don't know. It seems very much like bribery. Bribing a senator, two senators in this case. Hello, Camp. To vote against the bill. So, no, it's not legal. It's a felony. But do you think anything will happen to Rosie O'Donnell? No. If you or I did that, probably we'd be in jail right now. But pay for play. There you go, Marlene. Yeah, it's just amazing. Okay to bribe? Boy, no. No, it's not okay to bribe. That should be front page news, Susan. That's right, Robert. It should be. And it's not because it's Rosie O'Donnell. I mean, it is on Fox, and that's really the only place I've seen it. Why is Putin giving North Korea oil and food? Because North Korea and Iran work together. Iran and Russia work together. So I'm thinking it's because of the connection. I know. I'm telling Trump on Rosie. I'm surprised that President Trump hasn't had something to say yet about that he hasn't tweeted out. Maybe I just missed it. Yeah, I know, Marianne. It would be so great. They should tell him. Hey, Bob, how are you? Hey, just said, good day, how are you? Robin, good morning. Sorry I'm late. Husband and kids both on Christmas break and they distract you. Ugh, Robin, tell them. Shame, shame, shame. Hey, Okie Fish, good to see you. I'm glad that not Facebook, but YouTube is running so far today. Keep your fingers crossed. Been praying a lot that it would keep going. They've been having a lot of problems for whatever reason. I don't know why. So, anyway, let's see what happens to McCabe. You should just continue to ignore Rosie. That would bug her the most. Yes, Lisa. And I think the rest of us should continue to ignore her as well. What has she done, of late? I mean, I think she's living off of all the money that she made before. Hey, Catherine. She hasn't really done anything. I'm sure Trump knows he'll get attacked for saying something about Rosie. Yeah, Jesse, he would. Freezer Twitter. Yeah, that's one account that's not going to get frozen. She's going to be on forever no matter what she says. I mean, Twitter should be looking at that and saying, okay, that's a possibility, a potential felony there, and this is somebody that we need to ban from Twitter. She's just completed filming for a new drama. Really? What is it, Hidden? I think she works on a Showtime show. Wow. I saw her one time. She was the opening act for a country group. I can't remember. And that was in the very early days of her career. And she wasn't really funny then, but she was a lot... Oh, the Titanic. She was a lot more palatable, I think. Hey, Gary, good morning. Gary, where's Hugh? He's not reporting to duty, so... Okay, cool. Hidden. Hey, T. Gallner. Good morning. Is it Guile? Or I don't know what name you want me to call you. Let's see. So, in Milwaukee, just recently, a Roman Catholic priest came out to the congregation, told them that he was gay, and got a standing ovation. So... that was in Milwaukee. He says basically he doesn't want to live that life anymore, and he wanted to tell everybody that he was gay. You can call me Tom. Thank you, Tom. So that's kind of unusual. I think the Catholic Church, the Pope's probably going to... I don't know what the Pope's going to do about that. So I don't know. We'll see. The Pope may say absolutely nothing about it. So the church continues to circle the drain. Well, so he's leaving the priesthood? No. No, he's not, Lori. I mean, Lori, it would be, if you could look at it this way, he's not violating any rules as long as he doesn't act upon it. So if he doesn't have a partner and he's not having sex outside of, wedlock or whatever, then he's not violating anything of being a priest, really. He was there, he just can't participate in the chat. Oh, okay. That's odd, but okay. A new comedy drama on Showtime, Smilf. Oh my God. I'm so proud of your protests and the GOP low tax. Awesome. It's all the Lord's doing God's good work with pushing back. You still have victory. And there goes YouTube now. The new Pope has issues. You think? Other than being a socialist, you mean? But if they don't act on it, why the need to make it public? I know, Julia, there really is no need other than the fact, I guess, that according to him, he just wanted to not live a lie and he wanted people to, he just wanted to be himself. So I don't know what that means. He is more supportive of Muslims than Christians. Well, see, and that's not good. But, we talked about that on my show yesterday in God's Views on Political News. We were talking about different things like that. If you didn't catch that show, you might want to go back and catch it. It's on my website at susanknowles.com. We had a lot of good things to talk about Chrislam and things of that nature yesterday. So yeah, I'm not sure why he felt the need to come out or anything else. But, as long as he doesn't do anything. Thank you, Marlene. Hey, Richard, good to see you. Sorry for everybody over there on YouTube. It looks like they're acting up again, so hopefully it will continue to work. I've done everything that I can do within my power to make it work, I can tell you that. Other news coming out of North Korea. They are now supposedly, this is according to South Korea, there are new warheads being loaded with anthrax. Thank you for the super hearts, Chezzy. On their ballistic missiles, they have about 2,500 to 5,000 tons of chemical weapons, probably pointed our way. So adding anthrax to their repertoire. I know, Debbie, the world is getting sicker, isn't it? It really is. Hey, Danielle, I thought Trump was locking that down. Well, every time he talks about North Korea, we have everybody on the left who cry about it. So thank you, Gary. Hugh says to say hello to everybody. So, yeah, I don't know. We keep talking to North Korea. Maybe that's what it's just going to take, is a lot of talking. But we don't seem to get anywhere. And somebody keeps saying we need to go over there. Another person says, oh, we just need to talk to them. And it just goes back and forth. Hopefully we'll blow up in their faces, start stockpiling Cypro. I know. I'm really sick and tired of the left. I know, Tom, but I'm telling you, it just, the more that I watch what they tweet is just incredible. Makes your head spin. It really does. North Korea needs a tough line, just as Trump is doing. Yeah, Trump was trying to do that, and then what do we have? We have Tillerson, who cries about it, and we have the left who cries about it. Would everybody please at this time, we're at the halfway point, if you could retweet this and share this, I'd really appreciate it. With Russia's help, anything is possible. Putin wants Trump to look like a fool. I don't know if that's true or not, but I think one of the things with Russia, you just have to keep watching what they're doing and make sure that you just don't relax around them and think that they're friends. They're not. Emily says the left seems more concerned with political correctness than dealing with real threats. Absolutely. But that's always the case because, Emily, they don't see things like this as real threats. They think that all you have to do is coexist, get along, and that's fine. And it doesn't work that way. Yes, I watched you and Pastor Bill. You guys are awesome. You never disappoint. Thank you, Josette. China backs North Korea. If we attack, they will attack. That's right. That's what they said. But if North Korea attacks us, they will step out of the way. They have to keep working. No problem, Shauna. The left believes in talking. It's proven talk doesn't work. Yeah. Well, they think that if you can just hold out an olive branch, everything's going to be okay. They don't understand the seriousness of it. They never have, and they never will. So, it just keeps getting kind of worse and worse where they're concerned. I don't know. Also, this is a little change of subject on a lighter note, sort of. I don't know if any of you saw the Hall of Presidents, Walt Disney World's Hall of Presidents animatronic Trump figure. I wrote an article about it and some of the things that were said on Twitter about it. It is the most ridiculous thing I have ever seen. It looks like Hillary Clinton. It really does. And that was poor work. Yes, Lori. In your opinion and everybody else's. It is Hillary's face, Marlene. That's what I put in my article. Somebody else had said that too. What they did was, I'm telling you, sometimes the olive branch has serious ramifications. Look at just before World War II. Yes. No, it does. It looks exactly like Hillary. I think what they did, they were so sure that Hillary was going to win that they went ahead and started making this figure to look like Hillary. And then when it turned out that Trump won, they had to quickly do something. And what did they do? I think they took off the pantsuit, put on this suit that President Trump would never wear anywhere, and just combed back the hair a little bit and made it into a Trump figure. I loved it with the thumbs up, but I didn't see it up close. Lisa, it's hideous. Go look at the pictures at SusanKnowles.com. Thank you, Lee. I really do. I think it's what they did. I think people should tell Disney, get that out of there, try that again, make it look like Trump this time. No, it doesn't look anything like him. Looks like John Voight. It doesn't even look like John Voight. John Voight's better looking than that. It sounds like Trump because Trump recorded his voice. But it's disgusting. Cully, you can see the close-ups and everything else that I have on my article at SusanKnowles.com, and you'll see it doesn't look anything like him. It's disgusting. No, we don't call the president names. Really bad. You can see it. Yeah. Tell the artist you're fired. That's what I said, Emily. I said that they basically are going to have to add some new words in there from the figure, and it's going to have to say you're fired because it was awful. I think they made it look like Hillary because they're sore losers. I don't know why anybody who was an Imagineer or whatever, whatever they call them at Disney, would want to have their reputation look like that. Robin, YouTube is really having difficulties. If anybody can come over to Periscope, please do. This is the farthest we've gotten so far without this acting this way, but it's really getting bad. I apologize, but I've tried everything that I know of humanly possible to fix it, and it's just not fixing. The hand movement was bad. Collie, there was nothing about it. I mean, that whole suit didn't even fit. It's not a suit that he would wear. He would not look like that. He's never looked like that. The hand movements really weren't his. I don't know, Marianne. Probably. I have no idea what's going on. They let us go for about a half an hour, and then they stopped it. Robin says, it is discussing Disney stinks, stupid liberals. Imagineer, Bob. That suit was disgusting. I'm telling you, they took off a pantsuit from Hillary Clinton. They put that suit on, and then they combed the hair back, and they said, oh, this is President Trump. President Trump is and will go down in history as one of the best. He has saved us. Yeah, he's going to be one of the best presidents that we've ever had. Absolutely. He's going to have done more for this country than even Ronald Reagan. Is he tall? You mean in real life or the figure? What is with the two pockets in one side? I don't know, Shauna. I'm telling you, it was a pantsuit. Disney is crazy. I don't know why Disney thinks that. And the left on Twitter went crazy. They are like children. Goodwill represented in that suit. I know. Marlene. Heard Trump speaking at one. Yeah, Cully, he recorded his voice to go in that figure. Hey, Teresa, I don't think he knew the figure was going to look like that. He's 6'2" in real life, I think, somewhere around there, yeah. If it was on the White House Mall, I would agree, but Disney, don't worry about it. Explain to me how the tax plan will help me. You have to go look at the tax plan, look at your income. Hey, Susie, and you'll see that you'll probably drop a couple of percentage points on how you're taxed. Good morning, Amanda. Thank you, Susie, for the super hearts. He is doing a pretty good job so far, Robin. He absolutely is. It's the Disneyland leftist attitude. I don't know, Catherine. I really think Disney should take that down and start over. They really should apologize for it. Or people should boycott that ride. And you know they won't, or not the ride, but that whole event there. And you know they won't. Saw the Hall of Presidents in '79 at Disneyland back when Disney had credibility. Yeah, Don said. Yeah, I mean, Disney would be rolling over in his grave. Walt would. Maybe we should do a petition. Maybe so, Okie. Walt Disney was Republican. I don't know. Probably not, but I don't remember. I don't think I ever knew. President Trump is God sent. The battle of good and evil is evident. Absolutely, Debbie. Trump rocks. He is killing it. Yep, he really is. He really is, Gary. Personal exception is doubled, so should help everyone with income. You know, the thing of it with the tax plan, you have to go and look and see what your, which tax bracket you're in now, see where it's going to go. If you have children, you're really going to be helped. You're going to get double the deductions or double the exemption for married. There's a whole bunch of stuff. Walt wasn't political. At least not openly political, I guess. I'm getting so turned off from Disney. If they could allow gays and lesbians to star in a children's show, what's next? Well, just that's putting it mildly what they're going to be doing. Walt liked making money, yes. And so did Ray Kroc. If you haven't seen that movie about Ray Kroc, you should really watch it. I think it will change your opinion about Ray Kroc. I have looked to get more per paycheck, but long run you will end paying up more tax. I doubt that very seriously. I heard the original Walt Disney was a conservative. Could have been, Debbie. Walt's dad was a socialist. He was conservative leaning. Good. Visionary of the times. Yeah. And again, I think Walt would be turning over in his grave about some of the things that are happening today at Disney and the shoddy work at some of it. And especially, I mean, this figure is the worst I've ever seen. I don't even care if it wasn't Donald Trump. The tax bill helps us all except the people making over $750,000. Yeah, I'm so happy about the tax break. What about Ray Kroc? Susie, you should watch the movie about Ray Kroc. Ray Kroc started McDonald's. I think it'll be a little shock for you. Who cares if actors are gay or lesbian? Kids don't look at that. Yeah, kids do look at that. What year will the tax break begin? You should be getting money back in February. Teresa, you'll have to file your taxes the same way, I think. You won't be on that little, the postcard thing. So for this past year, you'll be filing the taxes as you normally do. And then the next year, you'll be using the new tax code. I like some of the older movies from Disney that I own, but will not support them ever again, Robin said. Yeah, so it's going to, for most people, not everybody is going to get the same amount as everybody else. I know that's hard to believe. I know he was the globalist people. Susan, will tax help small business people? Yes, Robert, it really should help them. It's going to help the majority of the people. I mean, it really will. They're cutting your taxes. You're for most people. I've talked to a lot of people. They're going to go down. Their tax bracket's going to go down about 3%. So that right there, and the deductions, and the child credit, and on and on and on. You'll see a difference in your paycheck starting in February. Yes. Will it help you? Yes, Robert. I think it will. Yep, I think it will, and you'll start seeing money come back to you in February. That's what that's the GOP is saying. Yeah, it's going to help most. Robert, if you were married and with children, it would help you more. Just saying. And that's true for everybody. Works out an average saving of $1 a day. I think it's probably a little bit more than that hidden, but again, it's going to be something. The liberal arguments against it are laughable. Yeah, the liberals are it's gonna kill old people. It's going to be basically where Medicare, Medicaid, everybody's going to be out on the streets. Everyone's 401k is doing well. Yeah. Again, if you're married and you have children, you're going to be better off as far as taxes are concerned, getting money back than everybody else. Remember, not one Democrat voted for it. Yeah, and see, that should be your clue how good it is, because not one Democrat voted for it. So if you need to know, and Robinson, the tax cut will help them. If you need to know how good it is, then you need to see your clue is that the Democrats voted against it. I like the tax bill. What's wrong with the rich getting richer? See, Bob, I don't know. If the rich have money, it's okay for rich people to have money. Exactly, Susan, makes you wonder why you would ever vote Democratic. I know, Robert. I don't know why you would, but there are a lot of people who still believe that's the way they should vote. Because they believe the lie, unfortunately. And they're being deceived. And sometimes, again, the Bible talks about those with ears who cannot hear and eyes that cannot see. It's pure deception. Not one Democrat. Yep, they're not for the people. They're not. They never have been. They're for themselves. They're for and the ones who are sitting there telling you how bad it is for you that rich people are getting richer, they are the rich people. They're talking about themselves. I'm in the poor category. I don't mind rendering to Caesar what's due Caesar. A poor man has never signed my paychecks. That's true, tell it. Liberals are pissed because if they had it good for so long, it's over for them. That's exactly right. Again, if you have money in your pockets and you see that this really works, that you don't have to live like Obama said, like when Obama said, oh, just get used to it. You got to give up everything because we got to help everybody else. And we've got to equalize everybody with America. You don't work on any poor people's airplanes. There you go. There you go, Wayne. So it doesn't have to be like that. No, the tax rate's not going to go up by 53% in 2027. Come on. Pushes Granny off the cliff, airborne hit. No, Don, that's not going to happen either. So, I think you just have to kind of, let's put it this way. Here's what's scaring everybody. It's so fun watching Chucky Schumer cry. Here's what's really wrong. We haven't had a tax break or a tax cut since George Bush. I think he was the first one that gave us some tax cuts. And then what was it like the next year? The Democrats are like, no, we can't do that. And we haven't had a tax reform like this. We haven't had this since Reagan in the 80s. So people, especially young people who weren't even born yet, some of them, they don't understand. And it's like, oh my gosh, you're going to give people a tax break? Well, that means that charities are going to fail, and this is going to happen, and I won't be able to give people money because they've been trained that you should give away your money. Hopefully they will see the power of lower tax cuts. Well, Robert, they will when they see the money in their pockets. However, some of these people are so far left now that they will think that money in their pockets means that they're somehow rich. And, yeah. And we see how well that worked out. That stimulus package was bad from day one. Low taxes, real power, yeah. And again, under Reagan, we had some very prosperous years. Where's Tip O'Neill when you need him? Yep. Exactly, Susan. Since Reagan, I lived in San Diego. We did awesome with our business. I know, Susie. I'm telling you, people had money. They do have things expiring in 10 years, but it's Thursday. They can revisit later. That's THUR. I'm not sure what that is, but yeah, they can revisit that later, and they can also, it would be better if they did something now. But 10 years from now, Donald Trump won't be president. Okay. There was no stimulus from Obama. It was smoke and mirrors. Exactly. Okay. So, again, people have been told having money in your pockets is bad. In the socialist climate that we were under for the last 8 years, we were told that having money in your pockets means that you're bad, you're rich, whatever. We did have money under Reagan. We will again under Trump. Yes, Donald Trump Jr. will be president. Or Mike Pence, whomever. Although we just got to keep the conservatives in there. It is bad if you are a liberal communist. There you go. Do you think the House will pass this? Yes, Daniel. This is just a formality, supposedly, that the House is going to go back and do. It would have passed yesterday had they not had those two little provisions in there that violated the Byrd Act. If Democrats don't like something, I have to like it. Exactly, Coley. I'm telling you. If the Democrats don't like it, and you can rate how great it is, but the fact that they railed for hours on end yesterday and how bad it is, I can tell you how great it's going to be. And again, not everybody is going to get a whole lot of money. Obama only gave our money to his friends and our enemies. That's right, Tom. They are passing right now. Good, Robert. Good. This will be great. It is a bold change. If it worked, great. If not, Republicans won't be in power again in decades. Well, it's true, John. But, this is one of the bird droppings. That's great. This is one of the reasons right now that we're in the position that we're in, because we had Democrats in the House and the Senate and the presidency for the last 8 years. And, and again, we have to give some credit to George Bush for putting us in that position with Obama. He kind of opened up the door for Obama to come in and do whatever that he did. But for 8 years, we had nothing. Things were getting really bad. Unemployment, really bad. No money in our pockets. People working several jobs just to stay afloat. And Robert said, yeah, we need the relief. They can feel our Obamacare pain. Yeah, I mean, the Dems lie. It's great for the middle class. Exactly. This is... Trump train is rolling. It keeps rolling. The guy keeps doing so much. It's amazing. And nobody talks about it. I will never like the Bush family. Me either, Susie. Choo-choo, yeah. Considering that the senior George Bush is a globalist for sure, and last I checked, part of the Trilateral Commission, Obama is taking credit for stock market and jobs. Give me a break. He's speaking today. President Trump, are you talking about, Robert? The Bushes are globalists. Yes, they are. Sorry, I had to check out the Trump-Hillary Disney robot. Chezzy, am I telling you it's awful? Come on. You can't look at those pictures and see. Yeah, Trump, hopefully President Trump, if this goes through, maybe you can sign it today and get it going. Like I said, the GOP was saying yesterday that we're going to start seeing the money in February. Yeah, it is gross, Chezzy. It's the worst likeness I've ever seen. Under Obama, no one could work over 40. Well, Robert, that's probably true. We have companies opening up all over our area since Trump took office, and thanks to our governor, jobs everywhere. Clinton ornament looks demonic. Brandon, it certainly doesn't look like President Trump. Hillary is not an attractive man. That's true, Okie. Looks like Hillary more close up. It does. It does. It's her facial features and everything else. The Senate passed it during the night, Renee, not the House. The House passed it yesterday morning. Oh, on Wednesday. Trump big pen on Wednesday. That's today. Yeah, the House, if the House hadn't screwed up the little bird droppings provision, then the House just passed it. Yay! All right, we're in. Tax reform. All we got to do is sign it. Sign the puppy, and let's get going. Let's bring the country back again to the place where we weren't surpassed. They said February 1st, people will see the difference. Yep, it'll be in their paychecks, Renee. Today, Trump. Woohoo! Cruz had a great speech yesterday. Yeah, and I don't think Cruz's provision actually ended up in there. They make Trump look like that way because on to Disney. And, well, who knows, Susie? It was just awful. I think Congress just passed it a few minutes ago. Yeah, Tom, that somebody just said the House passed it. So it's a go. It's gone through the House and the Senate. All we need is for the president to sign it. Sign it. Party at the White House at 3. Yes. Catherine, that's great. Great news. Great news. Woohoo. Yes, Amanda. It's law. Well, it's not yet. Not until it's signed. We'll sign it into law today, and then it'll be done. And I think what they did, too, they got rid of the Obamacare individual mandate, so you don't have to do that anymore. So that will be nice. So you're not obligated. You know, the millennials were complaining they didn't want to have that insurance. They didn't want to have to pay for that and all that. And so that should be gone. In the near future, will Dems try to run a candidate to replace McCain in Arizona? If and when John McCain passes away, Brandon, but I don't think until that happens. So, no, not today. Trump has to read it first. Really, Catherine? I thought it was at 3 o'clock they were going to. They were talking about holding until after January 1st to start the new year. Everyone said no. We just keep winning, Team Trump. That's right, Debbie. So I don't know why President Trump couldn't read this right now and sign it. Like, do it. Liberal tears will fill the oceans. Oh, my gosh. They were already this morning. That women's working group with Nancy Pelosi. Oh, you would have thought they were at a funeral. Hey, Roger. ACA needs to be next. Yes. Obamacare needs to be gone. Winning, winning, winning. Yes, Susie. Absolutely. Read it like Dems read Obamacare. They never read it. He knows the man Trump doesn't sleep. He doesn't. Yes, but party is still on there about 1,000 pages. Nancy was off her Alzheimer's meds, someone said. I'm sure he's been keeping up with the changes. I'm sure he has too. Same people that begged for Obamacare is now running away from it. And I'll tell you what, Trump will make sure it's the best it can be. Yes, the wall is going to be beautiful. They are at a funeral. Rest in peace, Democrats. Amanda said, yes, it does. It's really bad insurance. It is. And it's unaffordable, and it caused the premiums for everybody else to go up. Libs will say people are going to die now. Roger, they said that all day yesterday. They didn't stop saying it. They've done nothing but like one lie right after another. But it's good news. And let me give you some more good news. He already read it. Hell, he helped write it. I know, Tom. And you know what they're going to do? I mean, I'm sure his lawyers are going to look over it more than he is. And, you know, hopefully, I mean, I don't know why they can't just sign it today. America's in jeopardy helping has. Yeah, they did. The Israelis now are saying that Obama should give back the Nobel Peace Prize if it's true that he didn't allow our DEA agents and other agents for drug enforcement and law enforcement agents to go after Hezbollah because he wanted to make sure he got that Iran nuclear deal. So they're asking for that back. I think there should be an investigation and find out if anything illegal happened there. Planned Parenthood, I don't know how much. I haven't heard too much about them. I think they still get money from us. They also said it would be the end of the world. Yes, Debbie. Can Trump make the tax cuts even better every year, Susan? If we're doing better than he expected, President Trump can't do it. It would have to be up to Congress. He can ask Congress to do it and change things on the tax bill, but he cannot make law himself. Unlike Obama, who didn't understand that fact. Nancy using disabled kids as pawns yesterday. Nothing new for her. Why did Trump increase the hedge fund? I don't know about that part of the bill. I think you'd have to. I haven't looked at that part. I don't know if it's there or not. Planned Parenthood still is a navigator for Obamacare. Yeah, that would be epic. I don't think he's going to have too many things and changes or modifications that they're going to be doing on that tax bill. I think it's pretty much set. Nancy looks a little unstable. Bad people will use anything. Absolutely, Sharon. Yeah, I mean, it seems like from what I've read, and I haven't read every single part of it, no corporate tax? No, there has to be corporate tax. Do I think Trump is friendly? Why would you ask a question like that? Are you a troll, Egg? Are you a troll? Here's some good news. A lawsuit has been filed against the Clinton campaign and the DNC, alleging that there was a money laundering operation going on. They claim that they colluded to launder money through state chapters, then back to the campaign as a way to get around campaign donation limitations. Filed by the Committee to Defend the President, a PAC that came out of the Stop Hillary PAC. Now, there's a PAC that actually works. You know, a super PAC that actually works and does good. Okay. They claim that the Hillary Victory Fund solicited money from Calvin Klein and Seth MacFarlane, which allegedly was sent through state chapters to the DNC, then back to the Clinton campaign. They claim that the HFC either never transferred money to the state chapters and back to DNC, or did so without giving state chapters actual control of the money. Trump is the friendliest man on the earth. Tax cut is friendly. Absolutely. So there you go. I mean, that's nice. Filed it with the FEC. Don't know why the DOJ is not doing this investigation. Don't know why, that's not happening, or we don't have a special counsel, but I'll take it. I'll take that. Money laundering, if you could prove money laundering by the Hillary Clinton campaign and the DNC, whew, that's great. Did you hear Bernie's press secretary got locked up Friday at tax protest and now is getting deported? Aw, Tom, that's sad. Bernie Sanders. Oh, okay. Let's see. With Bitcoin, the SEC suddenly suspended trading until January 3rd with the crypto company over concerns regarding the accuracy and adequacy of information about the plans for insider sales and money spent to promote the skyrocketing firm. I knew something was going to happen pretty soon with Bitcoin when the government was going to step in, and it looks like they have. Wish we could deport Bernie to Venezuela. Stay away from Bitcoin. Robert, I'm not for Bitcoin. I know people are crazy about it and they love it. Bernie's a hypocrite. He's rich himself. You betcha he's rich. And he got rich off of that giving up his place to Hillary. Bubble will burst. Yep. Bernie got a house out of, I think, a $600,000 house, something like that. Can't afford Bitcoin, Tom said. Out of that whole deal, and he gets to fly around in the DNC jet, from what I understand. I have cousins and aunts who dislike POTUS, and yet they would all be benefiting from the tax cuts. There you go, just that. Yes, Bernie is a sellout, a house and a car. Yep. Yes, he is. A lot of money. Private beach, Bernie. Yep. But they, it's always fascinating. They always try to act like they're just like you and me. Like Elizabeth Warren does that all the time. Oh, I'm just like you. I understand. No, you don't. Demand is high because Bitcoin is trending. Of course, Bitcoin is high right now. Yeah, well, they've kind of stopped all trading on it. So I don't even understand Bitcoin. Don't want it. Bernie is a communist. Catherine said, yep. I have a tiny silver. Very tiny. Marlene said. Yep, he's a con artist, Sharon. That's right. Exactly, Susan. Pocahontas is so fake. And most of them are. Most of those people, again, former President Obama tried to act like he was this poor guy. His net worth was like $12 million when he left office. It's much, much higher than now. And yet, what did he do? He goes out and still talks down, I think it's talking down, to the black community. And like, oh, I'm just one of you. I'm just one of you. Now I need for you to go out and do what I'm telling you to do. And that's just crazy. And the black community, many of them, they continue to fall for it every single time. She's just like us, except when she needs money for a job in school. There you go, Julia. He uses his grandparents. Wolf of Wall Street said Bitcoin is a big scam. Ooh. No, not Bitcoin. Bitcoin is still trading. Bitcoin Cash is different. Yeah, that is. But the stock, yeah. From the company, the crypto company. That stock. Yeah, I would be worried about where my money is going. Hey, Lee, great scope. Susan, have a wonderful day. You too. Bitcoin is no good. Danielle said they are all fake. Obama spent $118 million on vacations while president. Yes. Yes, he did. And we are still, for the rest of his life and for Michelle's, providing them with Secret Service because before he left office, he went in there and made sure that that provision was put in there. And it was changed so that he would get a lifetime of Secret Service. So there you go. And I think, I don't know if President Trump changed that back already or not. MAGA, have a wonderful night. Keep winning, absolutely. Oh, I blocked the wrong person. Oh, I love it. All right, you guys. Thanks so much. God bless you. See you again tomorrow. Have a great day and good tax cuts. All right, everybody on YouTube, we did get through. Thank you. I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.